And I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. But Richard Williams, and what I loved, thank you, D. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now. You know, the devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. Hey, he's my favorite. Don't you bother him.
Yeah.
Conversely, when the devil comes at you, maybe it's because you're trying to do something right.
All right, peace, y'all. Peace. So, in this video, this is going to be a special request for one of my supporters by the name of Shira. She asked me to do a video on Denzel Washington, right? So, I'm gonna be talking about his career and a few key points that I wanted to discuss with y'all, or maybe show some people or break some things down. Now, we all know Denzel Washington, you know, has never did anything blatantly, you know, to degrade himself, you know, morally or whatever, but there are certain things that I want to also break down that takes place in Hollywood. All right. Now, for those that don't know, right, Denzel Washington got his start, you know, doing Broadway plays. And one person in particular that is responsible for his upbringing is a guy by the name of Harry O. All right. Now, Harry O was a major drug dealer, I believe in the late 80s, early 80s, late 80s, somewhere around in the 80s. And he's responsible also for helping Suge Knight get into the business. All right.
Tonight, the story of a man who tried to...
Now, once Denzel got his feet wet in Broadway, he was able to do some scenes with Spike Lee. Now, Spike Lee, in my opinion, you know, actually helped Denzel reach that next level of stardom. All right. Because a lot of movies that Denzel was in, now mind you, he's been in plenty of movies since the 80s, you know, a few TV shows and stuff like that. So he was already established in Hollywood, but it wasn't until he got with Spike Lee, all right, that he started to make a lot of classics and people paid attention to him, all right? One movie in particular is going to be Malcolm X. Now, Malcolm X, this was, you know, he was nominated for Best Actor. He didn't win, you know, the Oscar, but he was nominated. Now, this was when Denzel kind of got like tired of the industry because he felt that they snubbed him. Okay, he lost to Al Pacino's Scent of a Woman. Now, if you really think about it, they was not going to give him an Oscar for playing Malcolm X. They couldn't bring that type of, you know what I'm saying, energy to that platform with that Oscar situation. So, you know, people should have known he wasn't going to win that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to talk about a couple other films that, you know, are interesting that a lot of people also discuss. Now, I don't want to be too long-winded with this video. I just want to get straight to the points. Now, a lot of people understand what method acting is, right? And method acting is basically an individual tapping in to either a dead source, okay, or that person's whole characteristics in order to become them on film, all right? So like it says right here, it says method acting is an immersive acting technique in which performers use their own personal experiences and emotions to portray characters, aiming for psychological realism and truth. Developed from the teachings of Konstantin Slavoski, by Lee Strasberg and others in the mid-20th century. It involves exercises in sense memory, relaxation, and script analysis to tap in to a character's inner life. While capable of producing iconic, emotional, deep performances, it can also lead to blur lines between the actor and character, raising concerns about its psychological and even physical cost. Now, people like Denzel and Heath Ledger, also Taraji P. Henson, have also talked about dealing with spirits, right? Tapping into spirits to jump into these roles.
Playing these characters, because it's very spiritual what we do as actors. You're on the set, you have your chakras all open, you're allowing this character to use your body as a vessel. And so you have to learn how to flip the switch on and flip it off. Otherwise, it could drive you mad. Because it's spiritual what we do, you understand? Yeah. We allow these characters and these stories to use our bodies as a vessel. That is a real, like if you think about it, that's you allowing this other energy.
I remember sometime we do 10 episodes for my show, and in this last season, I was hitting a block, right? I was like, oh, I'm not doing it right? So I went in the corner, and then I was looking at the wall, and I was like, come on, devil, right? Come to me, because I had to do something like crazy, right? I had nightmares for a month. So it does come
to it or after?
After. Like I had nightmares every day, like I felt that energy.
Oh, interesting.
You know, and I had to pray and do all this stuff to like get rid of it. And you know, you call your mom up and you're like, bring me back to life. And that stuff is real.
Television. How is it that they can move us to laughter, tears, or anger at the drop of a hat? Are they truly gifted with natural talent, as many suggest?
You see this and you're dazzled by their talent.
Do they possess a creative streak of genius that is unknown to most men? Or unknown to most men, are they in fact possessed? Is it possible that these actors and actresses are possessed by demonic spirits who have a specific agenda to fulfill? Oscar award-winning actor Denzel Washington told 60 Minutes exactly how he brings forth his best performances.
Basically what I did was got on my knees and sort of communicated with the spirits. And when I came out, I was in charge.
Powerful scene.
Powerful scene. I couldn't have acted that. I couldn't have written that down and made a decision to play that.
What, are you gonna smoke that?
Nope, you are.
Hell if I am.
Yeah. You're Jesus freak. You're Jesus freak.
The one-woman entertainment empire known as Oprah has strong affiliations with the demonic realm. The most familiar face on television says,
"You can not only use your body and physical self. This is how I see acting. I ask my body to be the carrier for the spirits of those who have come before me in a way that is most meaningful to the character. Just become the vehicle for that character."
Calling out for these entities to take her over so that she may become a sparkling puppet, Oprah admits of her work before the camera.
I tried to empty myself and let the spirit inhabit me.
With her global influence, her shows have become a smorgasbord for the New Age agenda.
Now, one of Denzel's most famous or popular movies, which is called Training Day, right? He had to appear as this crooked cop. Now, some people had said that Denzel went through a ritual years ago. I remember way back in the day, years ago, there was a rumor that went around saying that there was a scene in the movie where Denzel Washington actually got shot. They confirmed this as a part of a ritual, but later on determined that it was not real. It was considered as a rumor. Now, I know that Denzel Washington has publicly announced that, you know, he was a Christian man and things of that nature, right? Which I don't doubt or discredit or make it seem like what he's doing is not right or whatever. But when I analyze a lot of this stuff, right, there's no escaping Hollywood. There's really no escaping it. And just last year, now, I have mixed feelings about this, but just last year, you know, they were trying to promote this Gladiator 2 movie. And in the movie, they said that Denzel did a kissing scene with another man. Now, according to Hollywood reports, you know, the scene was then removed. But why do that in the first place? Okay, why kiss another man in the first place, right? It was a ritual that we didn't get a chance to see. Now, after, he made a statement about, doing this, he went and got saved. Now, Denzel is pretty much almost close to 80 years old, right? And he's still acting, doing movies here and there. But, like I always said, for the most part, a lot of these celebrities are all playing the same game. They just are not doing, the same nonsense that everybody else is doing. Okay? And just because we don't see it, publicly doesn't mean that it's not happening. Okay? There's a lot of things that take place behind, closed doors. Okay, we know about these Hollywood parties just because we don't see them. These people that portray God and Jesus to us whenever they out in the public could be the main ones doing the most sinister stuff at these parties. You know what I'm saying? It's really wicked. Okay, it's really, really wicked, man. So I hope I discussed a few key points in this video. It's not really too much dirt on Denzel, but I did try to find a few interesting things that I did notice in his career. All right, so with that being said, y'all, let me get to some more content for y'all, and peace.